just like that, we're finally on the road, Ali! Woohoo! Oh, it's been a mission, but we're finally on the road. I'm Gav, this is my hound, Ali, and we're going on one hell of an adventure. I've for years wanted to travel around Australia, quit my 9 to 5, and go exploring, see what our great Australian outback has to offer. And finally, it's becoming a reality. Today is day one. We've left the Mornington Peninsula, which we call home, and we're heading out towards Anglesea. We don't really have an agenda. We don't have to be anywhere by any particular time. We're just going to take it a day at a time, see what's around us, see what we can go out and have a look at, see if we can find some waterfalls, some bushland to explore, and yeah, have one hell of an adventure. Managed to get myself a GoPro, got a drone, got a new Apple Mac as well, so even though I haven't done any of this video editing, I'm going to give it a go. My grandparents used to travel Australia every couple of years. My other grandma actually spent a lot of time up in the Victorian High Country, which is normally where I go on the weekends. Both of them don't get out there anymore just because they're getting a little bit older, and yeah, I'd love to share what I'm doing, what I'm getting up to out on the road, and yeah, it's yeah, I think it'll be good for anyone else that wants to sort of follow my journey too. So yeah, got Ali in the car, got a fridge full of food, fuel tank is full, water tank is full. We're heading off. Stay tuned to see what we get up to. First night in camp down the back of Anglesea. There's an old, I don't know, an old tower of some sort, a chimney. Not too sure what it's from, but came out the back where we knew there was all this like just open land you can drive around, quite sandy. Found this little loop, thought it might make a good spot for a campsite. Found a bit of firewood as well. So had some dinner, cracking a beer. Gonna have a quiet early night, but first night, not too bad at all. The next morning, we packed up bright and early, had some breakfast, and was ready to hit the road. All in all, we had a great little campsite the first night. Didn't have anyone come past, didn't see any other people out in the area, so to have this area to ourselves was quite spectacular. We followed some of the tracks out of the dunes and down towards Anglesea to have a bit of a look around town. Once we got into town, grabbed a coffee, took Ali for a walk along the beach and checked out some of the local attractions. If you haven't been to Anglesea before, I highly recommend you swing by to check out the local town, the beautiful beaches, and meet some of the lovely locals. Leaving Anglesea, we stopped off at Loveridge Lookout, which overlooks Point Road Night, a beautiful peninsula with nice white sandy beaches and turquoise water.
After spending an hour on the beach, we decided to push forward, making our way down to the start of the Great Ocean Road, Fairhaven. Coming into Aries Inlet, we discovered Salt Brewing Co. and decided it was time to stop off for a frothy and then go check out the local lighthouse. As you're driving through Aries Inlet, we actually come past the infamous Pole House on the Great Ocean Road, a spectacular house built on a pole overlooking the beach, giving you 180-degree views. This is a very interesting architecturally designed property that you can actually rent out through Airbnb. Continuing on down the Great Ocean Road, we travelled about 15 minutes down before turning off the Great Ocean Road and turning inland into the Otway National Park, where we would look for a suitable campsite for the night. After travelling 7 kilometres on the dirt, we made it to Big Hill Campground, a campsite that can be booked on the Parks Victoria website, with toilet facilities available on site.
Another beautiful morning in paradise. Got some nice little neighbours over here. See if we can get close. Ali, stay. Hello. Hello, little guy.
After a nice breakfast with the locals, we packed up camp and headed down to the town centre of Lorne, have a bit of a look around prior to Jess arriving. I was very excited. I was going to have some company over the following days, as Jess said she'd catch the ferry over from Portsea to Queenscliff and spend from Friday through till Monday morning with me. And look what the cat dragged in! Jess is here! Woohoo! We're heading out bush, gonna go try find a campsite just out the back of Lorne. Found this beautiful bushland, absolutely stunning out here. So yeah, hopefully we can find something. The main campsite on this road is closed, but there's plenty of land off the side that looks pretty still, so see what we can find. And we've made camp for I don't even know what night it is now, night 3. Found a spot up here, top of a little valley. Just getting the fire going. Should get a nice sunrise over there through the hills tomorrow morning. Yeah, this is us. I need to put my back into it, make myself look strong.
You gotta go back that way because then I can get the sun in it.
Yes, boss.
That's it.
Cooking some dinner.
we going over here?
No, this is fallen. I was trying to get it out of the fire, but there we go. I'm not winning. Smell it now, which is a good sign.
Smell of burning.
Smell of cooking. It's not the smell of me pushing around pink meat.
Another night in paradise, all packed up. I think we're gonna go have a look at some of the waterfalls around Lorne today. But all in all, it's a great little campsite. Jess is in the car, Ali's in the car. We're ready to rock and roll. Ali. So just got to the car park, we're about to go for a bit of a walk. 4.1 k's to Upper Kalmina Falls and 2.9 to Lower Kalmina Falls. I think that's how you say it, I don't know how you say it, but on for a walk. Come on.
Oh, it's from this side too. How cool is it?
Very cool.
That's so cool.
Nearly there. Probably got another 500 meters to a kilometer, I reckon. And we'll be there. Pretty epic though.
Oh, it's giant. Oh, the sun's coming out a little bit now.
This waterfall was breathtaking, and even better, we had it all to ourselves. I highly recommend that if you're going to come up and explore these beautiful waterfalls, that you try to beat the rush and get in early in the morning like we did. It was awesome to have this place to ourselves. After hanging around for a little bit, we decided to hike back a kilometre to the Lower Kalmina Falls.
Oh, might be on for a swim.
Keep going.
Oh, we're definitely on for a swim.
How cool is this?
This is so cool.
We decided to make the most of having this place to ourselves and stripped down and went for a quick swim. The rocks were very sharp under feet and the water was freezing cold. Definitely worth going for a swim though. This was epic. We ended up getting a spot at the local caravan park, which is right in town. This allowed us to go out for dinner and have a few drinks. I didn't do a lot of filming while Jess was in town, just wanted to make the most of the time that she was there. So we ended up going out for dinner, we went out for breakfast the next day and spent the day looking around town and chilled down the beach. At around 3 o'clock we decided to head further down the Great Ocean Road and see if we could find a campsite for the night. We ventured on down and found a beautiful spot at Jamison Creek Campsite. Checking out the campsite, just in off the Great Ocean Road.
It's a full tornado, look.
Little willy. Awesome little barbecue facilities here. We do need to buy a permit for this campsite, but it is only about $16 a night, so there's tables and chairs. Stone chairs. Check out this view. Unfriggin' believable. So, it's Monday morning. Jess has just had to leave. She has to catch the first ferry back over from Queen's Cliff to Sorrento. It's just me and Ali again, gonna miss her. It's another couple of, I think, weeks before she can get away again. I'm not too sure where I'll be, but I'm gonna try and make something work. But yeah, it's 6 o'clock in the morning, the sun's just come up. Morning coffee routine. Got the jet boil out. Got the cold press. First time I used this thing, it took a while to actually produce a cup of coffee. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Every time I want a cup of coffee, it's going to take me like 10 minutes to make it. Anyway, then I flipped the way that I thought about it. Thought that the only time I'm ever doing this is when I'm out in the bush. I should take the time to enjoy it. And now I do. Stunning morning.
So we're currently on the way back to Lorne. Last night we met some of the neighbours that were camping next to us. Saw a lovely young couple, Jace and Lauren. Jace said I told him that one thing that I really wanted to do on this trip is actually learn how to surf, and I was planning on booking in a surf lesson. He told me that I don't need to worry about that he's got a spare Weddy. He actually used to be a surf instructor, so he's actually going to take me out this morning and see if I can ride some waves. So yeah, let's see how we go. Looking forward to this, bloody excited. So just made it down. Jace is out there surfing, Lauren's here.
Taking some photos. I'm ready to ride some monsters. All right, we just got down to the beach. Jason the Legend's about to take me for my first surfing lesson.
First barrel?
Yep, first barrel. I'm ready to ride monsters, Kumu. Let's do this. Jace was an absolute legend and an absolute gun teacher. After trying time and time again to stand up, I finally got it. I definitely ain't no Kelly Slater, but I'm sure I'll get better. Thanks, Jace. Oh, the Great Ocean Road is absolutely spectacular. Every time you drive around a corner, you're like, nah, that's the best view yet. Then you drive around the next corner, you're like, nah, that is the best view yet. And then you go to the next corner, you're like, nah, that's the best view. Hands down, that's the best view. And it just keeps going. It's just relentless. It is absolutely epic. I mean, look at the color of the water. It's like all the different shades of blue. All the different shades. If you haven't been down the Great Ocean Road, put it on your bucket list. This is epic. So, making our way down the Great Ocean Road and saw a sign to Currasbrook Falls. So, 15-minute walk from the car park down right off the Great Ocean Road. So, thought, what the hell, let's go check it out. A little bit further up. Look at that. Stunning. Ah, and the people that you meet on the road. It's my surf instructor, Jace, and Lauren in their troopy. They're actually heading the same direction as well. They've got a certain date that they need to be in WA, but yeah, I think we'll end up camping somewhere tonight. I think we're going to hit Apollo Bay, then head inland and see if we can find a campsite somewhere off the beaten track. Yeah, good to bump into familiar faces again. Another night's camp. We came down past Apollo Bay, met up with the guys that went surfing with this morning, who were camping next to us, and ended up following them into a campsite today. So they're our neighbours for tonight. Here's Ali, got the fire going, the troopy, set up the hammock, some other neighbours over back there. Here we are, down here, right on the beach. Bloody beautiful weather, a bit of a wind, but not too bad. Have a look at that. It's spectacular. Got another cute little maybe. Hey buddy. Little baby one. Going for the ants. That's so cool.
Everyone I've seen, if you make any noise, even my camera shut up, they just hide.
This one's... Oh.
Yeah, and it flicked right at my camera.
Another night down. So we've just left the beach campsite. Jason and Loz are going to head a little bit further down. They've got to be in WA by a certain time, so they've got a bit more of a schedule. Might catch up with them later depending on how far I go, but they were sort of talking about 3 hours down the road, which I don't really want to be travelling that fast. So I'm going to head off and go explore a rainforest that we saw on the way in here. Apparently there's like a 30-minute boardwalk walk around there, so might go check that out and yeah, make some plans from there, I guess. There's just something about being out in nature that just really livens up the spirit. The sound of the bird life, the smells, just everything. It's awesome, awesome experience. And it's what I love most about coming out here. Now have a look at the size of these trees. This one here has recently fallen. You can see the size comparison with the gentleman standing next to it, just to how big these things actually are. This tree would have been over 200 years old. To hear this thing fall would have been nuts.
This thing is just incredibly huge. That would be 100 meters tall, I reckon. And that tree trunk is freaking massive. Ridiculous.
And to with that, we hit the road again and made our way further along the Great Ocean Road. So I managed to get another paid campsite at Eyre River. This is the river that I'm just walking along at the moment. There's an outlet to the ocean. Some beautiful cliffs over the other side. Absolutely stunning. Gonna have to get the drone out tomorrow, I think. Get some aerial shots. Surf over the back looks pretty gnarly too. Pretty aggressive. But yeah, absolutely beautiful part of the world. What do you think, Ali? What do you think? Loving every minute of it. where I'll probably finish up this episode. As you can see, this is last night's camp. The fire going there. I'm over here. But as I said, I thought I'd attempt to put these episodes together just so then people can follow what I'm up to, my grandparents, my family, any friends that are interested. So yeah, I got to work out how to set up a YouTube channel after this and upload it to there. But once I've got that up and running, feel free to like and subscribe, and that way you can follow my my journey, my adventures. Hopefully the longer I do it, this is the first time I've ever played around with the editing thing, and there's literally, this half an hour clip's probably taken me about 8 hours to put together. So hopefully I get a little bit faster as I go along and can continue to share what I'm up to. Anyway, enjoy.